Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Real Estate 2024, what is the prediction? So 2024 will be definitely an interesting year. So what we know so far, that there are indications that the interest rates will slowly go down and we will see some cut rates. But having said that, I mean, that's all great. That will definitely give some confidence to our buyers and it will be great. But there's a difference between, there's still demand in the market. So the demand is still there, but the affordability is not there. So let me just explain. A few years ago, we had both. We had demand for real estate and we had the affordability. Interest rates were low. We went to some crazy crisis and on a global scale. But having said that, the banks did encourage, the economy was thriving, the real estate market just went nuts. So what happens? The affordability was there. Nobody cared about the price. They just wanted it, right? The demand was huge, right? So whether there was a little bit of fear also involved, and I've spoke to, most of my clients and all of my clients, and they had fear of losing the opportunity. They thought they will never ever be able to buy a property or a home in their life. So you have to understand that at that time, the increments in increases of these properties were enormous, right? They were crazy. So even at that time, I gave them my honest opinion. I told them at the time where we saw the lowest interest rates ever. I said the interest rates will rise. They will triple, quadruple, and it happened, right? So is it a bad thing? Absolutely, because a lot of people cannot afford these properties anymore, and now we see the result, right? The result came to light. They were not realistic of purchasing these properties. Now they cannot afford them anymore. They're back on the market for the market value. So now moving on forward, what's the problem today? So today the problem is not about the demand. There's a lot of demand out there, right? It's just the affordability issue because of the interest rates. As soon as those interest rates start to decline and the motivation gets back and the demand will still be there, everybody will feel good, everything is going to be okay. We're going to see sales go up definitely. Now, having said that, will we see again these years what we saw a few years ago? I don't think so. I don't think that the real estate or housing will increase by 30% a year, but we definitely will see the rise and benefits of owning real estate. Now, having said that, a big, huge factor is housing crisis. And now, people ask me, but what does that mean? What does that mean, housing crisis? Well, let me tell you something. CMHC predicted that we will need probably around 3.5 million homes by 2030 just to meet the demand. So the affordability can be back on the table. I don't think that they can achieve that because as of now, I think we're somewhere around 250 units per year. So today, speaking to developers and builders and people in the industry, they know that the engines are on fully, like the capacity is at the peak, and they can barely produce 250,000 units annually. So in order to meet the demand of 3.5 million, they have to double that number, just to meet the demand, right? So you require logistics, you require infrastructure, you require funding, you require the city halls and builder and our friends at development, they understand and they know they're going through these pain points. Like sometimes it takes 2-3 years to get approvals on acquired land for a project. Like it's not that easy. Like it takes years and years and years for some of these projects to see light, right? So when you look at all, and then in infrastructure, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You're stuck in traffic as we speak, probably. Wherever you go, you're stuck in traffic. So sometimes you wish, look, I wish I have spent the extra and lived closer to my work, to school, to a transit hub, to wherever. Because right now, like I'm going crazy being stuck in traffic. That's not gonna change. Traffic is not gonna change. The demand is not gonna change. The affordability is not gonna change. None of that is gonna change. It's whether you are willing to change, start investing, and see the benefits. It's very simple. So now, you might have a problem, and the problem could be, look, I don't want to, I cannot, because of interest rates, etc., purchase property today, but you can buy a pre-con that will, the occupancy will be 2027, 2028, 2029. Because this is what happens. When a developer builder acquires land, okay, so it takes years, we went approvals and all of that stuff. Once that's done, once they start building, right, and you buy into that project, once the project is finished, you have to understand that that particular project or building will be around for the next 50, 70, 100 years in that particular spot. Do you understand what I mean? So you're already there. So you buy it firsthand, first to have your hand in the jar. You take out the benefits of the new build and you will ride the wave. You will make money 100%, but you have to buy from a reputable builder that have the funds to push the project through and in the right location. In my opinion, that's a category that has to be met today, 100%. If a builder developer cannot meet that criteria, you don't buy. Very simple. So that's your solution. If you have some funds and some money on the side, I would definitely strongly suggest you go into something like that. And then if we go back, let's say we go back to the 80s and the 90s, you speak to your neighbors, to some of your family members that you might even know. Did they rent their basement? Most of the people purchasing their homes rented their basement. If they could not afford being in the city, they went in the suburbs. At the time, I don't know, like Mississauga, Brampton, Burlington, Ajax, North York, Markham, Stouffville, etc., right? So they went and they bought these properties, they rented their basements, they were probably working 2-3 jobs, your aunts and uncles and your maybe moms and dads and stuff like that. So just to make it happen. And even at that time, housing, it wasn't cheap. It wasn't so easily affordable, like as everybody is kind of talking about. No, it was definitely tough to get through these mortgages and all of that stuff, right? Now, if you speak to them, it's definitely a nice cushion to have once they retire. Because some of the Canadians have great retirement plans and some don't. But it is good to have equity, funding, real estate that can fuel your retirement going onwards. So there's definitely something to think about, right? So what else can I add to this? I mean, like definitely the confidence in 2024 will be back. You have a short window, whatever short means, could be 3 months, could be 6 months, could be a year, but it's definitely short. Put all of your ducks in order and try to make it happen for your own future and for stability. My name is Ellis, and thank you all for watching.